Super Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2, and Xenoblade 2 absolutely look incredible. But here at Switch Force, we're also excited for Virtual Console at E3 and what games they may waltz out. What's up, everybody? It's Zach. I've got Jake and Gabe, and today we're talking about the games we would love to see on VC, the games we would go bonkers for if they were announced. And some of these may have their rights tied up in weird places, but that's okay. We are bringing you the ones we want most. And we're curious to know which ones you would love to see on Virtual Console. So let us know in the comments what game you want on Virtual Console most and why, which one you would go crazy for if they announced it during the Spotlight. And we're going to go through chronologically, system by system. I think we all expect there to be NES, SNES, and 64, and hopefully GameCube. So we each picked one from each of the consoles, and I'm very, very worried, especially about Jake's choices from those older eras, because you are a small boy with a lot of imagination.
Excuse me, worried? Let me kick things off then and show you that your worries are nothing to be worrying about. So,
all right,
we'll start chronologically. We'll go with NES, with the old boy. And for this one, I was a little concerned because I don't know how NES games would actually hold up and if anybody would actually care to go back and play these games, even though they say they would, but I feel like they're purely nostalgic. Anyways, I did find one game. Little Samson is a game about a boy, a mouse, a dragon, and I think a golem that you can switch between mid-level, and it's like a platformer, kind of like Mega Man fighting enemies and bosses, and it looks crazy. The boy does this little twirl every time he jumps, and it's a game that honestly has me wrapped up in intrigue enough that I might actually try to play through it.
To be clear, you've never played through this at all, right?
Oh, I've never touched the game.
See, so that's interesting. One of my games is like that as well. We'll touch on it when it happens. But most of these I have played and I do have fond memories of. But I did, of course, also have.
I guess for me, for Virtual Console, I'd want more of games that I haven't played that I could draw back and play on a better console. But
yeah, definitely let us know in the comments if you've played Little Samson, because I've never even heard of it. So,
Jake, what I love about your selection is that Samson is the name of my horse in Breath of the Wild. So I feel like somehow you're channeling
in it, because this Samson doesn't have a P.
Oh, but my Samson always has a P.
Okay, so this is different.
Okay,
well, they could be related.
So from a very obscure titles on the NES to a very popular one, or a one that led to a very popular series, Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. This game reminds me a lot of old Castlevania games as well. This is like more Castlevania than Zelda in my opinion. And I have like fond memories of playing it. I never finished it. I'm sure I just like played it like randomly after school. I think I rented it. Shout out to Top Video, a place where I used to rent games that doesn't exist anymore. So that's how I was able to play this. But you know, being like so into Zelda now, I hate that there are like one or two games that are from back then that I just never finished. Like the original Zelda and Zelda 2, they're just like big gaps in my Zelda fandom. So I would totally really like love to play it again. And again, it kind of like looks a lot like Castlevania to me.
Zelda 2, Link has the creepiest leg motion I've ever seen. It's like he's creeping through your house trying to steal your muffins, and it's a little bit terrifying. He also kind of looks like a weird pig man.
Doesn't look like a pig. Stop talking bad about Link, please.
He just kind of creeps me out in that Gabe. I don't know.
I do think it would be fun. We've talked before about like a Zelda collection for Virtual Console. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be really cool. I'm going to take things in a much more, we said, like, probably can never acquire these licenses, but games that are based on properties. I'm actually going to double up here, which I didn't tell you this, but I'm going to, because the first one is a quick one, and that's the Little Mermaid game, because
You can have two. This is not...
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. Just because you do the intro doesn't mean you get two.
I did the intro, I can have two. It's in the rulebook for Switch Force. And you can hold me to that in the future. If you do the intro, you can have two of anything.
Got it.
Two paychecks.
Little Mermaid. No, the Little Mermaid is the first game I ever beat, and I really like Ariel and Ursula's song. That's my favorite part of the movie, and that is the first game I ever beat. So I'd love to reminisce sometime about that thing, and then. My other one, which is, I guess, my true choice, is the Flintstone Surprise at Dinosaur Peak. This is a great game full of sports minigame madness that I love, and me and my father played it a lot together, and we never got very far because of the NES resetting itself issue and also preschool. So those two things were obstacles in my way of progressing, but I definitely would love another chance. Plus, the game is tricky, and I think it would be fun to see like how my skills have evolved. What do you call these kind of games? Licensed games. There we go. Goodness. So that's NES.
I've never played either of those, and yes, that is NES. Jake,
so
let's start.
Basically, we're developing the dream lineup for kids who never got to experience the NES. All right, moving on to SNES. I would love to have Super Mario RPG come out because it's a game that I played when I was very little and very confused and didn't really understand what an RPG was.
Now you're just big and very confused.
Yeah, exactly. But at least I have the big going, so maybe I can conquer the confusion and beat it. But I've heard a lot of good things about it, and it's an interesting thing, and I think that Gino embodies Gabe 100%, so I would love to
It's because of the big nose.
Yeah, and then you got the mallow part, too, so maybe it's a little bit of both. But anyways, I've heard a lot.
Also, Gabe likes witches.
Yes. So,
very true.
All right, and you get to play as Bowser and Peach,
Magic.
and it's just a whole lot of fun, supposedly. But I never got that far in it, so I think that'd be a good game to play on the go on the Switch, and I think it would fit in very well. And
let's keep the RPG.
It could be kind of possible. Like it's not that far out there, I don't think.
Yeah, no, that could definitely happen. But I wanted to keep the RPG train going with a game that isn't like very well regarded, but Final Fantasy Mystic Quest was like really, really special to me growing up because it was like the first like RPG that I played by myself, and that was like the big complaint that it was like too simple. It's like baby's first RPG. That's kind of the consensus on that title. But I had a really, really good time with it. It's the first Final Fantasy game I've ever played. Recently played through Final Fantasy 15, and that was really good. I like that series quite a bit. So seeing Mystic Quest on Virtual Console for the Switch would be great. I would totally play that on the go. It does lend itself to like you can grind, even though you don't need to because the game is pretty easy. But grinding and just going through the world, it's a fantastic game. Did either of you ever play Mystic Quest?
Nope.
Nope.
I bought it at a swap meet for like $8 or something. I remember, and like the cover art was like so cool. It's just like this like very, and it's in the title, like mystic hero just like holding up this like shining star like on the edge of a cliff. It's very, very cool.
Now, do you think it would cost $8 on the Switch Virtual Console?
Probably not. It'd probably be like $10. It would cost more than when I first got it.
Yeah, you think? I think the smart thing to do would be $5 for NES, $8 Super Nintendo, $10 N64, $15 GameCube, or is that pushing it? Should we drop like $3, $7?
Yeah, I feel like NES games should be like maybe $3 or $4, man.
I just feel like they're not going to go below $5 because then at some point it seems like the value is like, meh.
Yeah, that's another conversation for another video. Give us yours.
All right. Me, SNES, I'm just going to go real classic. Super Mario World. I haven't replayed that game in a long time, and someone was asking me recently, like, what is your favorite Mario of all time? And I was unsure if I wanted to say 64 or World. So I would love to replay Mario World. One, it's a gorgeous game. It would look fantastic on the Switch. Not something I'm really going to, like, hook up my old SNES or, play on an emulator. So I would love to have it on the Switch and be able to play it portably.
You can play it on Wii U.
I know, where you play on 3DS, all this. I know, but I would just like to have it on Switch. That big screen, I think the game would look gorgeous. It would bring that tried and true 2D gameplay for Mario to the system in perfect, beautiful harmony with the 3D gameplay, the more open-ended, explorative gameplay coming to Super Mario Odyssey. And it's one that is probably the most likely on this list, so we'll roll with that.
All right, Jake, take us to 3D
polygons. Land. All right, I was debating between multiple games here, but I landed on one that is kind of half a joke in my head, but serious also. Pokemon Snap was a game that I don't think I ever beat 100%, but I remember playing it at a friend's house and trying to like throw apples at Snorlax and different things like that. So I think it'd be an interesting game to port over and introduce to the younger generations that this is the most epic Pokemon game you will ever experience in your entire life, so don't even try to play anything else new. And yeah, it's just a good game for Switch, I think. You could even incorporate motion control to like aim your camera.
I don't think they do any of that just for virtual console games.
Gabe, I can dream, okay?
Yeah, you can definitely dream. That is another one that I rented at the good old Top Video, so I also have very fond memories of that.
All right, I'm going to switch up the order here, and I'm going to take Mario Party 2 for the N64.
Beautiful.
We need some Mario Party action. Most likely, the Mario Party that we want is probably not coming. So let's go back to the glory days when there was competition and costumes and very callus-inducing minigames. I really love Mario Party 2 a lot. This is the one where they dress up and go to different towns and lands. There is basically like a Halloween simulator mixed with a board game and then a whole bunch of awesome minigames. I love it. I think it would be fantastic on Switch. You incorporate that local multiplayer. A great holiday experience. Just prop up that Switch, grab some Joy-Con, and get down with Mario Party. I would absolutely love to see this. And while I have the individual cartridges and discs of the entire Mario Party franchise, again, it's just like a great thing to have on Switch and be able to bring with you. I also think it'd be a great car game. I can picture long car rides being very sped up by some Mario Party turns.
My only concern is if you do play it like tablet with 4 people, 4-person split-screen minigames could get very small.
True.
Yes, but you can do it for Mario Kart.
Yeah, that's also true. You know what else is true? Force Gemini is a game that
It
a lot of people
the creepiest
really
eyes on the planet.
Man, I can't believe you guys never played Jet Force Gemini. It is like one of
I can't believe you don't have nightmares from it.
It is a rare game. It not like rare as in hard to find. I mean developed by Rare.
One step over uncommon.
That's actually very, very funny. But yeah, made by Rare. It's like a third-person like shooter action game. It had like crazy like boss battles, I remember, and multiple characters. There was this like weird dog. There was like a guy. There was a girl. I don't remember their names specifically, but it was also very fun. You got to like fly around. There was like some destruction in the environment. The game was a little ahead of its time, in my opinion. It's a game that's like very like well regarded. A lot of people really, really like it. I checked the Metacritic score on it just to like make sure like, hey, do I just like really remember this game being amazing? But it wasn't. But yeah, it reviewed really well back then, and yeah, Jet Force Gemini is a gem that I'm sure a lot of people would like to replay or play for the first time.
I think, Gabe, you're just all about this blue hair babe. She's basically like a pre-evolved Twintel.
Terrifying.
Look at her hair. It's about to, if it grew, she could become Twintel.
I can't believe you picked this over Rocket the Robot on Wheels. But okay. Anyways, moving on.
Hey, yo. No. Let's do a special segment on Rocket the Robot on Wheels.
No, please.
Rocket the Robot on Wheels fits right in between like Banjo-Kazooie and Mario 64 and is amazing. And if you haven't played it, now you need to. Moving on to GameCube.
It goes around like a theme park. It's so good.
It's like paintball guns.
But you don't get to play as a dog with guns on your back like you do in Jet Force Gemini.
No, you get to play as a purple one-wheeled robot. It's like unicycles on steroids. Uniracers, excuse me.
All right.
Anyways, onto
unicycles.
The greatest cube ever known to man, the GameCube.
Is it weird that that Rocket Robot on Wheels oddly reminds me of Ape Escape? I don't know why.
Another great game. Anyways,
so
the GameCube. Okay.
Yeah. I just because you guys gave a special shout out. Well, I wanted to give a special shout out too to you. Do you guys remember a game on N64 where you used to like play as a bumblebee? What the heck?
Yes.
Yes. What was the name of it?
Oh gosh, let's look this up.
Let us know in the comments.
Nope, we're gonna find it right now.
Okay, well, as you are finding it, I will start my GameCube rant.
Buck Bumble.
Oh,
yes,
what?
Buck Bumble. Yeah.
Special segment for Buck Bumble. All right, Gabe, tell us about Buck Bumble.
No. Come on, Jake.
All right, GameCube. Whew. This is a lot of work to get to GameCube. All right, now that we're here, I was going through multiple games. I was thinking of like Rogue Squadron because we were terrible at that game when we were younger, and I was thinking about Mario Sunshine because it was amazing and I love the tropical theme of it. But I ended up landing on Super Monkey Ball because I feel like it'd be the perfect game for Switch, much like a Captain Toad Treasure Tracker type feel, where you could you're on the road or you're in between or you're on your like lunch break at work or something, and you just pop it out and solve a few monkey puzzles. And then there's that great minigame Monkey Target, which is amazing and so much fun. And I think that Super Monkey Ball, because we'll probably never get a new Monkey Ball. Well, okay, maybe. But even if we don't, I think it's a great virtual console game to have on your Switch.
So, do you want me to take you to the darkness, Zach?
No.
I think it's awesome that I said Ape Escape and then Jake picked a monkey game.
Ooh, that is awesome. Ooh. But we're going to the darkness, a darkness that never ends. And some might say it's eternal.
So what's the title of this game?
Eternal Darkness. It is like this like horror creepy game on GameCube that was developed by Silicon Knights. Rest in peace. Remember Too Human? Too Human was cool. But yeah, I never like played the game a whole lot, and that's why I really wish it was on Virtual Console, so I can finally see what the big deal was. This game got a 9.6 out of 10 on IGN back in the day, and by back in the day I mean in 2002 when it was released on the GameCube. So yeah, this is my example of a game that I didn't really play, but I would really like to play. So I kind of hope it comes to the
You just want to see those
console.
mummies.
Yeah, I mean, and it was like published by Nintendo, so this could like hypothetically still happen.
Yeah, it was an interesting departure for them, and I like that it had all of the like psychological like mind messing type elements as opposed to just like straight up jump scares. Like obviously it was still a horror game,
Yeah.
but they tried to do more with like really weirding you out and freaking you out, sort of a la things that
Did you play this game, Zach?
Metal Gear did with Psycho Mantis and Batman Arkham Asylum did. What?
Miyamoto was a designer on the game.
Zach, did you play this game?
Really? Parts of it, yes.
Oh.
Miyamoto was a designer.
Whoa.
Interesting. Well, maybe we should do like a
Remember,
game night where the three of us play this.
be prepared for Pikmin 4, the plants fight back.
What?
No, Pikmin horror.
What?
Nobody gets it because Miyamoto.
Oh.
Pikmin. Nope. Okay.
Pikmin.
Okay.
Nintendo doors, and you open doors, and there's scary
Yep.
dogs.
All right. So, Zach, what is your GameCube prediction or pick or
GameCube's
dream?
got to be Super Mario Strikers. Bring
Yes.
it back. I don't even like soccer all that much. I just love this game so much.
Excuse me. You used the wrong word. It's football. No, it's soccer. I'm American.
Oh, Gabe, you fooled us. Thought you
I
were-
fooled you.
Convinced us
All
all,
I know is
but
that
Mario Strikers will convince you.
These games got
That
real
it is-
intense.
Yes, Mario Strikers will convince you that sports are worth playing on a video game console. It was a tough choice for me on GameCube between Super Smash Bros. Melee and Super Mario Strikers, but in light of like potentially getting a Smash Deluxe for Switch, I figured I would take things to the strike zone and not baseball, but soccer. So Mario Strikers, please come. Honestly, out of all the games, that's the one I like most because I feel like that's the one that we would legitimately play most.
Yeah, probably. I would like really play Eternal Darkness.
I would really play
All
Little
right.
Samson if it comes. Just saying.
Little Samson. So, Little Samson, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, The Flintstone Surprise Dinosaur Peak,
Link
Super
with
Mario
legs.
World, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Super Mario RPG, Mario Party 2, Jet Force Gemini, Pokemon Snap, Super Mario Strikers, Eternal Darkness, and Super Monkey Ball. That is our list that we would love to see at E3. Virtual Console better be there, and it better be there in a big
What
way.
if it's not?
Well,
But it's very close.
It's going to be there. And we definitely want to know what games you are excited for on Virtual Console, whether they are nostalgia-based or just something you missed out on. Let us know why you want your choice to appear on VC at E3. And until then, we will cross our fingers that some of these get announced, even if it's unlikely. We can still have hope, and hope we will, because E3 is close, and we love you. So thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Hit that like button if you enjoyed and are pumped for E3. Subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from the Switch at E3. And for myself, Jake and Gabe, Switch Force